So let's see what has happened in these beautiful games. So let's first one was a Sicilian. I think mostly
Oh,
when
I can't see the board right now.
oh that's part of the lesson, my friend, that you have to go
Oh, it's blindfolded
blindfolded.
again?
Yes, I thought that we already got up to that level.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so let's have a look at this knight off. E5, knight b3, bishop e6, f4 takes, bishop e7, castles, king h1. Given that you went with the queen e1, rook d1 plan, I probably would
Yeah,
have done it right away.
yeah.
Because the check has got no relevance in this
Yeah, it doesn't do
position, and
much.
it's highly unlikely that we'll get in trouble in the next few moves anyway. So I would rather
Yeah,
accelerate this plan for the sake of putting some pressure down here.
yeah.
Because let's see what happened in the game. Um, well, I don't really understand what's happening, to be honest. Do you? Like, what the heck is
Um,
this king h8?
yeah, I think he was worried about bishop h6, but he has 98, so I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to me like a justified worry. Can we play here? If bishop h6, um, unpleasant it may be. I have to go back, knight d5, bishop takes, pawn takes knight e5, knight d4. If this knight doesn't come to f5, then black is going to be very fine. If this knight does
Yeah,
come to f5, then black is dead. So
yeah,
I go here, and that knight is probably not going to come to f5.
yeah,
So it seems to me that we have to retreat.
yeah,
Not quite sure where. And after g6,
yeah. He's
it
doing
seems
just
like
fine.
black is holding it together because the dark square bishop is on the board. And if I manage to regroup it here and here,
He's
then
just gonna break
then
it.
it's looking
Yeah,
alright. Ideally, I would want to have this knight here. That's the ultimate structure. Then black is easily better because you don't have a plan. But
yeah.
okay, and see the point I was trying to make is that therefore king
If I had
h1
not played king h1,
king
yeah, I would
h1
have kind of
would
the same thing.
have instead, if you play like this, now e5 is floating, so queen here, queen g3, and now they don't have time for this.
Yeah,
And so you can deal with that in a variety of other ways. Mind you, of course, a sensible move here is not to let this go by playing that silly move, but just to play rook
yeah.
d8.
Just
But even so, I quite like this position now for white,
yeah. I look really active.
for what it is, and yeah, it's looking good. Okay, so let's see what happened in the game. I don't understand why they let this go, but they did, so whatever. And I really like the way how you play your chess these days. It's very tactics oriented and sack like crazy, but I think you got carried away
Yeah, this
here
was a little much.
really hardcore.
Yeah, yeah. After the game, I kind of realized like I could have just
When I
not.
looked at it, I'm going like, this is so Dave all over it.
Yeah,
And at the same time, I'm going like, really? Like, did we have to do that?
yeah. It was totally unnecessary.
Yeah. So you just come home
Yeah,
and you're happy. B4, knight d5, knight e4, queen e3 is what I would go probably at first sight.
yeah,
Yeah, and you're going to like, get one of the bishops inevitably in a super open position. This dude is gonna come up here. Yeah,
yeah. It looked nice.
very pleasant. I
Yeah, I
don't really
missed.
get what you were hoping to get out of this.
I wanted to get my knight back in the game or something. It was kind of a vague idea, I think. But it didn't work out. But he also kind of defended really poorly.
Well, the thing is that the word defend is not even necessary because you're not attacking and you don't even
Yeah, well,
have
he
any
played it really
attacking
well.
prospects. That's my problem with this whole concept. That
Yeah,
I'm not seeing where it's going.
yeah,
Okay, Queen c8 is horrid for starters. You should have played Queen b6, right?
yeah,
And I really don't know what you would have done against that.
yeah. I didn't have.
Yeah,
There's not
like
much
there's
here.
nothing you can do here. Bishop e3, bishop c5, and yeah,
Yeah,
it's
and then
we're
immediately I
done.
sucked
We're
it in.
done here. Let's be honest. Okay,
Yeah,
did we suck this in, or that was part of this
I sucked it in.
subtle attack? I thought so. Okay, so we're totally dead here.
Yeah,
Yeah. So all this came down to you being really reckless, and I
yeah.
don't know whether you did this because you believed in it or because you were concerned that any rook retreat would be met by this.
No, I believed in it, but
Okay. To be honest, I thought so because
Like
you tend to
I didn't
believe in
think
these things. You are a big believer. Most of my students are not. So I like it that you believe in this sex. This time, yeah, you went a bit
yeah,
too
but
far.
this time,
All right.
yeah, it just didn't work out.
Now at least we have a
And
knight on f5 and the whoa.
yeah, that was. I think instead of bringing my rook up, I should have taken his bishop so I could pop my other knight to d5 immediately.
Yeah,
Right here.
of course, that looks very legitimate. But I don't mind this too because
Yeah.
it brings up the dudes. Now, can't we take this?
So I thought we could, but yeah, we could have.
Oh,
Yeah,
actually, bear with me. No, we can't because after bishop g5, I can't take on f7 because it's covering back there. I'm being a goose. So what you could have done though is to take this first
yeah,
and then take here.
yeah, and then I'm doing good.
And then, yes, it's looking like we
Yeah,
are back heavily in the attack.
yeah.
So why didn't you do it? Or you did? No. Oh, well, actually, well, but after 95 bishop g5, you can't do it, can you?
Yeah, but I was thinking then I would have tricks later on, more ideas later on with sacrifices on h6.
I'm not sure about that, Dave, because if you go here and g6, how does this attack continue exactly?
Ooh.
Because I have a horrid feeling that it just got repelled in a really, really ugly manner.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. G to the G. We're out.
Yeah.
This looks like a dominant attack with this many pieces around the king, but you're not really attacking anything.
Yeah.
And I've got a lot of defending resources to bring into the game. That you misread really badly. If you had seen it, you should have.
I should have taken it.
You should have. I don't know if you did see it, or if it was on the horizon at all. But yeah, it was an absolutely must to take that.
Yeah.
And this is really a Dave kind of move too, by the way. So I'm a bit surprised
Yeah.
that you chose the more positional approach. And then your opponent played this absolute lemon. Wow.
Yeah, now his king is in trouble.
And I bet that you were hoping he would move the queen so that you could take it and give them a mate here.
Yeah.
That would have been beauty, but it's not going to happen. Okay, back, queen h5. Good-ish. Whoa, isn't this on now?
Yeah, I played that. I think the pawn. I should have just gone into the pawn ending.
All right, mate. The problem here is that you really should have done this. Take, and I want you here to tell me the best move for white. You have got 5 seconds. 4.
I would
3,
just say
2.
Okay, king g1.
No, go again.
G4.
Correct. That's it. G4. You create 2 pass pawns here. Takes. And you don't even need to push them now, you just come up and take it. Because as soon as they come here, you push over, and now they can't take, so they have to go back, and then the misery continues. So that's it. You really should have, because this is the ultimate way to kill. Pawn endings are always the winners.
And then, this is...
And it's check.
I don't know what I was doing.
Far out, man. What are you doing?
I have no idea, honestly.
Like even here, takes, it's brutally simple. Pawn up, they can't stop this. And okay, so bishop moves pawn up, king up, and you just play g4 again.
Yeah, I have the pass pawns.
And the king can never ever leave from here. Or even if you want to take it cash, you just come around with the king and then play g4. I don't care. Yeah. Because they can never take you here.
Yeah, because I just have all the pass pawns, yeah.
So you can do whatever here. Oh man, this is mess.
Yeah.
Okay, so
and then I should have played b3 instead of c3. I think.
I don't mind it because it grants you the c4 pawn for free, so that I'm good with. But now you should run your pawns like there was no tomorrow, buddy.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, now you need to get out. Why we went into the pin voluntarily, I don't know, but okay. And here too, like, why don't you just go nuts?
Just push.
Yeah. Like there was no tomorrow. You need to go. You need to go, mate. There's so much unnecessarily fiddling around here. Okay, can't we just go here and take it easy?
Yeah, and for a moment I forgot bishops move backwards as well when I played f4. So I was just envisioning king takes, but
Oh man, like
yeah,
they play here, knight drops back, covers the pawn. You take this next, all the squares are
yeah,
taken away from the king.
yeah,
Hmm. I think my friend endgame technique will be on the menu for today.
yeah. I was
Well,
hoping it would be.
although I had planned some other stuff too, but it looks like holy cow.
And then yeah,
Like here, okay. Now it kind of would be tempted to do this,
yeah. Just stop it.
and then just bring the heck back with the king, and then go from there.
Yeah,
Because now you got yourself into a bit of a
yeah.
funky.
So here actually I could have put in that was a blunder. So I looked at it after the game and king d3 and then if king takes I play king c2
That's
and
correct.
just
Yeah, you lock the king in, but it's already very, very unnecessarily technical.
yeah, I made it so much harder.
Like you are just making it so difficult for yourself. I agree. This is the way to go. And then all you need to do is to round the b pawn with the help of your knight, and this king can
Yeah.
never escape from here.
Yeah.
But there will be technical difficulties on the way, guaranteed. But oh man, this is ugly. Oops.
Yeah.
That's a cute move.
Yeah, I like that a lot. That was
Far out. Struggle fest in the end. Really big time.
yeah.
Let me just think for a second here. So what do you do if I come here now?
Oh, that hurts.
Because remember this funny thing when bishop is versing knight, that the bishop
Yeah.
always has the ability to lose a move. The knight never does.
So let's say I just played king to yeah, king there. Either king to c yeah.
I'm really curious to know your next move, buddy.
Oh god.
Yep.
Yeah, probably resigns.
So that's it. Because now the bishop is capable of winning a tempi. And you can't come back here, the knight can't move, you have to sack your pawn, after which the same situation is going to recur.
Yeah.
And you are
And,
SOL.
Yeah.
Yeah? Now that is the part of your game that we really need to work on, because if you think about it, essentially what happened was...
Yeah, I got a winning in
that
position.
You lost this endgame as white.
Yeah, which is ridiculous.
There is no other way to describe it. It's really ridiculous. Especially considering what a great player you otherwise are.
Yeah.
So that's like, nah, that's not acceptable.
Yeah.
So let's not do this again. But yeah, overall the game wasn't too bad because, well, okay, so you got carried away with the exchange sack and then you fought your way back very well into a totally winning endgame. Okay, I reckon we should move on. So I will copy the next game now, which I, from memory, was quite good.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. The one I really want to discuss with you was actually that Scheveningen win. I mean, I did like a lot of things about it, but there were some things that I wanted to discuss with you. So let's get rid of it this if I can. Can I just do this? Yep. Oh, come on. Give me import PGN. Thank you. Okay, so English mess. This is a very difficult line to play against, by the way.
Well, with the E3?
Because it's so fluid and flexible.
Yeah, it's really annoying.
It's very difficult to play well against this thing.
So yeah, there should I play
To be honest, I prefer to not to play F5 in this system.
Yeah? Like against the early E3?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
because it's very difficult to continue this attack, and basically you are playing a tempo down close Sicilian. Yeah. I mean, the problem is not the fact that you tempo down. I prefer some other variations against it that are a little bit more positional in nature. But okay, I know that you are an aggressor, so let's go with aggression for the time being. Okay, 97. It's actually quite...
I don't know.
I quite like it, in the sense that normally in this position, black prefers to play bishop e6, which is threatening with d5, and therefore they have to play knight d5 against it.
Yeah, I wanted to
And then the stock standard Sicilian motif is to drop back here, move the knight, and then kick it out with c6. But what I'm looking at is that after knight e7, in a subtle way, you are actually still threatening with d5. And consequently, I think that the only correct response from white to this is knight d5. And I really have to pose this question, that if you didn't want to play d5 here, which you did not, then why the heck did we go to knight e7 in the first place?
I wanted to bring it over to the king side for some strange purpose, but I
No,
didn't really.
okay, no, that's actually legit because that's where you try to play. What I don't think you reckoned with was this f4 thrust.
Yeah, I didn't know about that one.
It is the stock standard way to defend in the close Sicilian and in general in this structure. Because if you get to play as black f4, that grants you a huge positional advantage and it extends the diagonal of this bishop, so then you have this really standard queen e8, queen h5, bishop h3, knight g4, very basic kindergarten level attack that works really, really well.
Yeah.
So back to my point. Here, both of you forgot the fact that chess is primarily played in the center.
Yeah.
Here, had you played d5, I reckon you would have a brilliant position. Because white really doesn't want to take it, because that leads to a very awkward pawn structure. And without taking it, you just conquer the whole center, and you can just play bishop e6, queen up, be happy.
Yeah.
This would have been colossal. Really good. Yeah. I think it's actually quite a subtle move order to start with knight e7.
Yeah.
I have never considered it before, but it definitely does have its pluses. Okay, so b4, g5, f4, very good move. h6, good. b5 and rook b8. I would have continued with knight g6. I don't want to move this bishop for the time being.
Yeah.
And just go from there. Okay, you did. Right, fair enough. Okay, uh-oh. That seems to me again that it left d5 unattended.
Yeah, but I ignored the center.
But the problem is that now having e5 hanging...
Yeah, e5 is tricky.
Yeah, we can't do that, and taking is going to, make it a mess. So you played knight g6, which is the correct way, and now we are threatening to play d5, so they jumped in. This is a reasonably good quality game, by the way.
Yeah, my opponent, he's someone who he was on my team in the Leeches League a couple seasons ago, and he's I think a really good player.
Yeah, he definitely does have a good positional understanding. Okay, tuck back. Tuck. I don't like this. This is an absolutely atrocious decision.
This guy, he was just kind of... I thought I had a bad position until this happened.
No, he should... I don't understand what he's talking about. Like, he should have played here, bishop d2, rook across.
Yeah,
he has a perfectly fine position here. It's very, very sound.
I thought my position was bad, and then my position and played e4.
Yeah, basically the bottom line is that nobody really wants to make any captures because it favors the other.
Yeah.
So the idea is that if you take, obviously now you have got more space, you have got this, you have got that. It's just a relief. Whereas if you take... They take back, you take, then all of a sudden we're stuck with a stupid isolated pawn.
Yeah.
So it is a very good case of a scenario where no one wants to really release tension.
Yeah.
And he did, and it was horrid.
So if he continued with his plan, right, with how would I get counterplay? Like, in this position?
With major difficulties, your best chance is to push this down into his face too.
Yeah.
Like, you really have to be consistent and believe in this kingside attack. Whether it's good or not, I don't know, but that's what you need to do. And realistically now, you don't have to worry about much for a while, because your only weak spot is this, and rook c8 is going to cover it really well.
Yeah.
So perhaps I'm not even sure if... I don't know. Maybe queen b3 would have been a better move than knight d5 right in.
What's the idea with queen b3?
I just want to maintain the fluidity of this pawn chain.
Yeah, because it's really...
Because it's really cool. And basically what it does is that it allows me to continue developing my stuff.
Yeah.
And also, it allows me to play for d4.
Yeah, you can bring in that...
Because now c4 is covered. Yeah?
Yeah.
So basically what it does is that it builds up the position instead of trying to, reap the rewards already.
Yeah.
Okay, tac tac, f4, that was absolutely horrid. Like, he just killed himself positionally in two very simple moves by
Yeah.
taking and then pushing. So now this bishop is dead. You have got a very nice looking kingside attack unfolding, and he has no plans. And that's probably making it even worse,
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah. I definitely.
And yeah, he totally lost the plot here. Like, every single move he makes here is a positional error. Because again, this take is only going to favor you. You can potentially choose to take back with the bishop there by extending the diagonal that way and that way too. And he has nothing to gain out of it.
Yeah.
Okay, knight h4, I like it.
Here I saw there were a bunch of tactics, I thought. But
Didn't we have f3 here?
let's see. F3, I was concerned with maybe either something with E6.
But don't you just take that for free?
Oh yeah. See, there was something I was concerned about, but
I'm sure there was, but I'm questioning it.
it might not be concerning, yeah.
No, I think f3 was the cleanest win here. Okay, you
Yeah.
took, check, check, check. Yeah.
Oh, there was a funny line here. If instead after queen check he went back to G2, I had bishop
Check.
H6.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, that was nice.
I knew that's what you were planning for by check and then bishop takes and then bishop back mate, but
or even just king f7 and then
oh yeah, but I have a problem here, Dave, and that is that I'm afraid that we are forcing this king into safety.
Yeah.
And that is something I really hate doing because right now it's so mighty exposed. I want to finish it off.
Yeah.
And your way of doing it was f3. I think this is whilst it's again you're playing for the crowd, but the result now is gonna be in that. Okay, not anymore. Scratch that. Just for the record, didn't we have takes and then winning a whole rook?
Takes, king takes.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like, what the heck happened there?
But I wanted to be crafty, I thought. Yeah.
Nah.
Take.
Stuff crafty,
Nah.
Dave. You need to win the game, mate.
Yeah.
And I don't see how this is more crafty than winning a rook. A whole entire 5-point worth of piece. This is the resignation here. After this, you will never win the rook even if I take you because it's just an exchange. And I fail to see how that's crafty compared to winning a whole rook.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not being crafty. It's you're wasting time.
Yeah.
I hate to be blunt, but that's what it was. Okay. I mean, you brought it home, but it was very unnecessary to go this way about it.
Could have won just a piece.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like this position could have occurred like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the simplest way to describe why it was not crafty what you did. Okay, next, Eric Magnus. Haven't we seen this? Yes, we have. You sent me this.
Is my
Yeah, that was a very, very fascinating game.
Yeah.
So I'll copy it over. Okay. And we'll have a look at this.
Yeah,
this was some crazy violent stuff, my friend, which I always love. I myself played this line as black, by the way, so I'm glad that you went for it. Did you look it up before the game?
Yeah, I did, because he was preparing to play against someone who plays this line.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, this king b2 looks very funny.
Yeah, well, his knight was hanging, but I think just...
No, well, normally in this line when you play b3, you just drop back.
Oh, yeah, and then he's safe.
That's the whole concept, and if he had knight f4 and you start looking at killing them here.
Yeah.
That's the whole idea by playing an early b3 in this variation, that you try to take this thing out of this knight b6 move.
Yeah.
King b2 looks very funny.
And then I played b4 and I forced his plan to work. I
Yeah,
think I
I'm not
just
sure
take
if b4 is right here.
I think just d5 would be a
Well, I
lot
was about to
stronger.
say, can we start with d5 and if take then
Yeah,
b4?
yeah, or even just not even b4 and just
I like b4, mind you, but okay, maybe we can take two.
yeah. Either way,
Can we actually take this?
let's see takes.
So the idea was
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This looks.
this. Is it any harmful?
Let's see.
So king here, I can check the rook down,
Yeah,
which leads to a slightly more pleasant endgame for black. I was actually hoping to exploit this pin by dropping back, but I don't think I can.
yeah.
Okay, so just for the second, how do they get out of this pin?
Um,
Because that was my original idea, but I didn't want to believe in
let's
it.
say they play bishop to e4.
Yeah, that seems like a good move because now this is hanging, and if I take, then king takes gets out of the pin.
Yeah,
But you still haven't solved the problem. Oh yes, you have, because now if I drop back with bishop king e2, will get out of the pin because now
yeah,
the knight is guarded. Wow. Okay, that is actually pretty cool.
yeah. That's a really neat defense.
Okay, so what that means is that I can't get too cute, and I
Yeah,
actually have to check the rook down here by coming here. Probably
yeah,
king f2, tuck tuck, and after something like king e7, I would definitely prefer to be black here.
yeah,
In fact, I may want to start with knight e5 because I want to hunt bishops.
yeah. And then now bishop e4 is.
Well, bishop e4 looks very
Yeah,
dodged because after takes knight g4 check, I have
yeah,
total domination of dark squares, so that's no go.
yeah,
It has to be bishop e2 and after king e7. As I
yeah.
said, I
Oh,
definitely
yeah,
do prefer black.
yeah,
Right, so we actually could have done this. It's pretty cool.
yeah,
I like it. Right, okay, so we opted for b4. Yeah, I don't like to play in this structure b4 much because it's so weakened that
yeah,
you like to keep the dark square options open.
yeah.
And the other thing is I'm not sure about the value of this move.
Mm.
So if f4, then I wanted to take. I don't know how good it is.
I leave the
Maybe the
bishop.
take and then rook c1.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is very complex.
yeah,
It is very complex. Maybe g6. I mean, g6 is asking for it, but I really want to play e5.
yeah,
So g6, h5, e5, or rather, g6, rook here, queen here is forced, and now I'm threatening, I think, with e5. But
yeah.
I may not be, like after h5, e5, take,
It's
knight
not
f3,
clear at all. Yeah,
and there is a lot of stuff hanging here, and my king is stuck in the middle, so, oh, not to mention the knight. Yeah, okay,
yeah.
this is a mess. Okay, I can't play like this for black. Right, okay, b5, b4 back, d5, bishop, what?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get that one.
What the heck is that, man? Does this guy play the English attack as white on a regular basis?
No.
Okay, that's a telltale sign there. Because here, knight f4 to my mind is a no-brainer.
Yeah,
That's
it's like a
always the
lot.
way to attack here and here. However, I did pick up on a tactics here, by the way, that seems like it may have avoided both of your attention. Why don't we play knight c4 check?
Knight c4.
Which this king has stepped into really, really hardcore, Dave. So this is your type of chess, mate.
Yeah, and then I win that bishop back. Yeah.
Like crazy. I mean, after this, it's a disaster for white.
Yeah, it looks.
Like,
Yeah, he has to.
the attack is gone for white forever.
Yeah.
And they are playing with a
And
naked
he's
king,
gonna
and we are
do
getting...
it.
In fact, they
Yeah,
they
we're
really have to
turning
worry
to-
about this now.
Yeah.
I think, mate, you missed an auto win here.
Yeah.
And to be honest, that doesn't make me particularly excited because... or happy. Because this is your kind of chess. Like,
Yeah.
your hands itch for moves like this. That's a pity.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a shame.
That is a shame. Okay, let's move on. If I, and I
Yes, this was,
really,
yeah, that
really,
was,
they're like, oh my lord, that I really
yeah, I
dislike.
didn't even think, and I just sucked in knight f5,
Man,
and I thought I was like went from having a great position to being nearly dead.
but that's a shocker if you're telling me that you sucked in knight f5 because that means that you thought you won a piece here.
Well, no, I was thinking he was going to play. When I was calculating, I was thinking his idea with bishop f2 was to play bishop to g3.
But you do realize that then this move wins in a spectacular manner again.
Well, it doesn't win, but I get two pieces for a rook.
What that it would be classified as a win in my book.
Yeah, yeah. This was my idea with if he played that.
Right.
So that's why I played e5, and I wasn't even thinking about knight f5.
Oh man, that hurts me a lot.
Yeah, this hurt that to have to play that.
Shoot. Oh god. Okay, this is looking now very ugly.
Yeah.
Okay, knight c3. Couldn't he have done something about it? I don't want that knight in there. Okay, so apparently you still have some play in here because you're attacking a lot of stuff. To be
Yeah.
quite honest, as white, I would be mostly looking at letting that exchange go.
Yeah.
So I would be doing something or thinking about doing something like takes. Are you taking me?
Yeah. Yeah, I took back.
And then maybe here.
I don't know if I would I want to take the exchange even?
Well, if you don't, then what do you do?
Well, then eventually the
G6?
knight's not doing anything. Yeah.
Okay, so I want to come here. That's my move. I'm not sure about the actual value of this business, to be honest, but
yeah.
I have got a few plans in place. So do you want to play G6?
Yeah, I was thinking G6.
Yeah, because my plan was to play knight h5, and if G6 then takes, and then knight f6 check, and then mate.
Yeah.
That would have been fairly neat.
Oh, that is really nice.
Yeah, for the sake of our viewers, I will play this line out because it is beautiful. So check, takes, check, king here, and mate.
That's awesome, yeah.
And that would have worked even if the exchange was taken. So I think
Yeah.
G6 is actually of utmost importance in this position for black. So G6, knight, D6, chook, I guess. We have to go forward, right? Chook
Yeah.
takes, takes. I'm beginning to lose my faith in this attack. Takes, takes, and after queen c6, I think black wrapped it up.
Yeah.
Queen swap is on, c2 is on. Castling is about to happen. Yeah. It didn't work. Okay, so for the time being, it appears to me that we're safe-ish.
Yeah.
Okay, did he actually play this move?
Yeah, he did.
I mean, anything is better than that. Like, if that was his main plan, then I would definitely have favored this knight g3 and at least hope for some sort of stirring the pot.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what it does on...
Yeah, that's a shocker. Okay, we've begun to play good chess here again. That was absolutely ridiculous that he rook c3 didn't win on the game. I couldn't believe my eyes.
Yeah.
That after queen e4, knight e4, there was nothing to be taken. That is just downright ridiculous. I love this castling move. Good on you for that. Queen e4. Queen c7.
I wanted to go to a5 and...
Yeah, I was considering coming this way. Because I didn't want to block off the rook's file. I don't know if that's a legit plan or not.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Okay, well, it's just, I don't know if it makes difference or not. We'll see. Probably not. Well, in this case, it wouldn't have.
So
actually, bear with me. Had you played Queen b5?
Queen b5.
In this position, knight e2 would not work because after rook e8 we win the piece.
Yeah, I missed rook e8 in the game as well.
But I'm not sure if in the game it actually would have won. Like after rook e8 oh, okay, it actually does win.
Yeah.
Oh man. That's sadness number 2 today.
Yeah.
You can't miss stuff like that, Dave. This is too easy for you.
Yeah.
Like knight e2 is just screaming for this.
Yeah, the next like 3 moves, I think rook e8 will just want material.
Shoot. Yeah, this is sad. What was the time control, buddy?
This was a 15-minute game.
Did no increment?
With the 2-second increment. Kind of odd, but
It's borderline excusable, but not
no,
really.
it's not
But not
excusable.
really. Not really. Let's
It's
face
a
it.
tax queen.
This is it's brutally primitive and basic chess for you,
Yeah.
and it's made. Oh, at least winning a ton of queens. Actually, yeah. It's yeah. Let's check here. Check king. Yeah, let's not go here. That's sad. That was sad. I would still have preferred this move before any
Yeah,
action.
I would too. I think that still is good. So yeah, this was I think a blunder. Because I think he could have just safely grabbed my exchange and then like he'll look scary, but I didn't think I had it much of an.
Well, I know because he let this bishop come here, so I have
Yeah,
got my
yeah,
doubts too. So
yeah,
bishop takes king back and
yeah. I don't have
spoiled
much.
another crazy good attacking position. So okay, let's have a look at rook here. Not sure where to go to be honest. Maybe here. Well, first of all, you don't have to take with the rook.
Yeah,
But I would be still keen on stirring the pot with
yeah.
moves like this.
Looks. Let's see, man. Yeah, and I have much like because the knight on d7 wasn't really helping in the
Yeah, like
attack.
he has to go back to d1. This and then you have another tempo before you take on c3. It's just a position that ought to be winning.
Yeah,
Like there's no way that black can
that I
survive
can be this active
this
and not
poo.
win. Yeah,
No way. Absolutely no way, Jose. You know what I'm looking at? I'm hoping to make this work.
yeah. That's
Mind
what.
you, you don't have to do it. So b takes c3 is totally 100% winning for black here.
Yeah,
Okay, so for the record, this is what you use as an emergency exit, but I can't take my eye off this. Because now knight c3 loses to check. And if the king goes
yeah.
there, then... how is it going to be made? Okay, let's start with this.
Oh, I like that.
I know you do, that's why I did it. And now the queen can't come across because the knight is hanging. And if they don't react, then after rook takes c2, it's game.
Yeah.
Okay, so there were a few cute ways here to finish it off, and again we stumbled at the finish line, mate, in spectacular fashion. Yeah, that was a great pity. Could have taken c3 here. Okay. I do like this finish. Don't we have this here that looks to me far more natural?
Yeah. And we can also just take the bishop, or yeah, we take the bishop.
Yeah, mind you, my
Everything.
preference is by far to bring the last dude in.
Yeah.
And then just take everything. But yeah, you ended up winning the lot anyway, so all good. Okay, fascinating game. Lots of interesting tactics. Many of it you saw. Sadly, a lot of was missed, uncharacteristically so. I don't know if I want to analyze all these games, Dave, because I wanted to give some.
Yeah, we don't have to if you don't want to.
I just wanted to give you some time for stuff that I wanted to do.
Yeah.
So let me just fly through quickly and see if it's worth looking at. Probably not. Like, you played a superb positional game here.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that. That's a positional masterpiece until here.
Yeah, until then.
Like, that was
That's
just
awesome.
so typical of you and so totally 100% unnecessary. I mean, isn't Bishop e6 screaming
Bishop
in your
e6,
face like, play me, play me, play me?
Yeah.
Oh, far out, man. Yeah, you have to refrain, Dave, from these very impulsive moves because they do a lot more harm to you than good.
Yeah, most of the time I get in trouble because of them.
Oh. Hey, gotta love you, mate. Like, I think you went straight from far better to far worse.
Yeah,
Just for the record, because now this bishop is useless, and all the weak white squares around here are weak. So bishop g4, knight e4, and you're done.
Yeah, bishop g4.
Oh, shoot. Man, why? I mean, okay, granted, he may have been a bit overeager here. I don't know. potentially move like bishop e4. Even
Yeah.
letting this... Oh, actually, that's not even on. I'm talking total nonsense.
Wait.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
not on. So actually, bishop e4 grants
and he's
white
just
a winning
great.
position, in positional terms, because we swap this off. The knight comes in, the rook comes in, the queen comes in, and please note how all this is happening on white squares.
Yeah.
White
'Cause I
square,
just
white square,
put
white
away
square.
all the pawns in front of my king. Yeah.
And you're going to get mated on a white square, and all this is a result of this. Like, look
Yeah.
at this. This is an overgrown pawn.
Yeah, I should just leave it there and have a
Man.
great position.
Like this bishop planted here, this one coming. Oh, such a beauty.
Yeah. Yeah,
Poor
and then
Petrosyan and Karpov and Smyslov, they are now rolling in their grave, man.
yeah, they
They are
don't
like
like me.
face palming their skeletons in their graves now. Alright. Oh, shoot.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, there's one thing, Dave, I really wanted to show you.
Yeah. Let's
In
look at
that
this.
Sicilian game, and then...
I was Jack. This is
Okay, this was really ugly. Actually, let me get to this, because what you did
I
here...
blamed for Pete here, yeah.
What you did here was a positional disaster, whereas in the other one it was just a bit of an inaccuracy that I wanted to correct, so I'd much rather look at this. Alright,
Yeah.
so I do play c4 in this
You
position
play C4?
for the record, but whatever, that's not the problem here. This is perfect. Now, Anna and then some other big guys believe in just coming in and letting this go.
Yeah.
Because you are going to get a lot of play for it, or even or sometimes a4 forcing b4 and then in.
And then let it go.
So separating the pawns.
Yeah, because it looks like I have the long diagonal at least.
Yeah, I didn't mind g3 much, but yeah, okay. Castles, bishop g to b4, 95, 95, 95. Bishop g5, that hurts. We didn't want that to happen, but yeah, we're out of luck. Now we can't win a pawn here by taking the knight b6 and then take, because rook d8 hurts. And then check. So I did the wise thing by sort of by taking and then playing a3. I liked that. It was brilliant as far as positional chess is concerned. They took you took back, rook b8, and this is where all hell broke loose. Like, you need to accept, Dave, that there are certain positions that you must play with 100% positional mind. And you have to accept the fact that in this position, there will be no tactics whatsoever for the next 30 moves. Worse, actually, correction, there will be tactics, none of them will be done by you.
Yeah.
So you basically have a superior position here on positional terms that you need to bring home by positional means. And their weapon is the tactics, but they should not work if you watch out.
Yeah.
So what is the move that needed to be played here, buddy?
Just either I would guess b3.
Correct. What would be the ultimate pawn structure for
B3,
these two?
C4.
Sorry?
Yeah. b3 and c4.
No, that's the worst. So I'm glad you said that.
Let's see.
Okay, so I'm very happy that you said that, because we need to get to the bottom of it. This is the total disaster, because now I just come in and they will eliminate that and you're going to lose.
So I want the other pawn on c3 to stop that knight from coming in.
Correct. In fact, you don't want this pawn on b3 at all. You just have to put it there. But ultimately, you go for c3 and then b4.
Yeah.
Because that fixes the pawn on white, and this pawn kills the knight on d5.
Yeah.
Okay, everything else you do here is a disaster.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. Because your b2 pawn is hanging, and there's no other way to guard it. So it's b3, bishop e6, c3.
Yeah.
Actually, scratch that. We can't do that, because now after bishop d5 we can't take with the queen because of check.
Oh.
Which means that we can't play c3, we must castle first, and after knight d4 we play c3.
What if he takes our pawn?
Which one?
The one on b3.
Isn't it guarded by 2, or am I missing something?
Oh wait, 2. Yeah. Yeah, you're not.
Good. Okay, and we are very lucky because I think after bishop d5,
Yeah, we're just really
um,
bad.
we can take this and we will pinch that.
Yeah.
I think, but it may not be the case, which is a bit sad. This sucks. Because now rook takes bishop takes b3 is dead even. And d5 bishop c8 gives us nothing. We definitely do not want to be here.
Yeah, our bishop looks really terrible.
So, and if we take here, hoping to pinch this, I disliked the look of this.
Yeah.
But this may be our only chance. Because now it seems to me we will get to pinch this. Oh no, knight here. And we are far worse. Okay, so maybe it wasn't really doable the way how I wanted to do it. So let's have a look again. Bishop e6. So oh, hang on. I'm talking nonsense. Just take this.
Yeah.
Okay, so hooray! All good. They need to play here a5, and after castles, bishop e6, c3, we are all fine and dandy.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it. So what I was getting at, Dave, is that you must understand here that it's all positional, and your objectives are the following: always take back on d5 with a piece,
yeah,
and try to keep the knight away from d4 by c3.
Yeah.
But by far the most important is that this swap can never happen, so that you take back with a pawn.
Yeah.
As soon as that happens, we are immediately worse. Not equal, stuff that, we gone. And guess what happened in the game? And this is so sad. Yeah. So this is why I really wanted to talk about this game with you. This totally misunderstands where you're supposed to play and what for.
Yeah, I should play on the queen side.
You've got nothing to do on the king side, mate. As soon as they drop this queen anywhere, that just turns out to be a colossal weakening move. They will never take you here, will never take them there. Pushing through is just giving up more squares.
Yeah.
It's just very sad. It is what my number 2 chess coach, Olympic champion István Chom, whose games we looked at 2 weeks ago, used to call pseudo activity is the best way to explain. So he called it even dilettante, because you feel like you are being active and you go like, oh yeah, I'm attacking you, it's all fine and dandy. But the reality is you're doing bugger all, you're harming yourself.
It's like when someone plays scholars, mate.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, yeah, it's not real, and that's the disaster number 2 that I told you, that's what happens. Dominant knight, awful bishop.
Yeah.
Never get here. Never ever.
Yeah,
this is just really bad. And he played it very well too at this stage. Minus f6, that looks really disgraceful to me. But probably he didn't have a choice. Okay.
Yeah, and then I wasn't sure here. I felt I was a lot worse, but
you should be.
Yeah.
You should be a lot worse here. Maybe other rook would have been better here.
Oh yeah, so one rook defends, or what's the point of?
Because that way I'm covering f7, right? So when you do the same nonsense, you're essentially not threatening anything.
Yeah, I'm doing nothing.
So I can even take this, if I so desire.
Take that, maybe I take the e pawn.
Yeah, but then I take this too.
Oh, and then then I'm worse.
So yeah, whilst I like the look of it, it left the king a little bit by himself.
Yeah.
And now it seems like you have got a fair bit of initiative. Although I'm not sure if.
Yeah, I think bishop takes.
I like your impulsiveness again. Just for
I was worried about bishop takes and then g3.
G6, you mean?
G6, yeah.
And that's a fair worry, although you seem to have queen g4 to bail out. Yeah. So I think it was a bit of a quick and careless calculation.
Yeah. And then I just completely forgot he was attacking my bishop twice, and I lost the bishop.
I think you have got a lost position, Dave. Here,
Yeah, I
for
think I would because the check's coming. Yeah.
fairness sake. But I mean, come on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't make me particularly happy.
Yeah, that's I guess that.
Okay, time for us to move on to some endgame business. Because we need to do that. So, yeah, some attacking patterns are working really well in your game, but you have to accept the fact, Dave, that you can't play
Yeah, I need to
one-sided
play.
chess. And when it's not looking like, an attacking position like in this game, you have to apply positional tools to positional
Yeah,
problems, because otherwise it's just we're
you just
struggling.
get that position.
Yeah. Whoa. I'm trying
Uh,
to bring up chess base, but it's not liking me now. What? Bear with me for a second, buddy.
yeah.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, chess base is
There.
actually dying on me. Even better. Alright, so what did we want to do? We wanted to have a look at some end games. Just give me a sec, I might need to grab a book.
Yeah.
Okie dokie, I'm back. The good news is that I went for a book and I came back with 3.
All right.
So feel lucky now.
I'm the winner today. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
Christmas.
hooray! End games. Far out. That's just what I wanted to do today, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't want to do rook endings though, because they are so ridiculously theoretical and probably a bit too complex for our liking for the time being. Okay. I'm just going to set up something for us. If that's cool by you.
Yeah.
Given that I'm not giving you a choice, has to be. Wow, this is such a beauty. I wonder how you're going to go with this. Oh, whatever. Oh, come on, man. I hate this. Oh, yeah, that's how you do it. Okay. Actually, it's here. Good. I need a white king. I need a black king. I need a black knight. And a white bishop. And a black to move. Alright, Dave. Give me an assessment, buddy.
Let's see. Well, we have like a little better pawn structure, but I'm not sure how we're going to use that to our advantage. And I don't know where I want to put my knight here because I don't want to put it onto f4 because if the bishop takes, they'll have a passed pawn or a potential. Well, maybe f4 would be a good square for my knight, but I think black is a little bit better, but I wouldn't know.
Okay,
How to
let's
justify that.
let's put the pawn structure aside for a second and just tell
Yeah.
me what you have to say about knights and bishops.
Well, I like bishops, but I think the knight here. Yeah. I think the knight here. I don't know. His bishop seems to be doing okay because his pawns are on light squares.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, what I was hoping to get
Yeah.
was that when we have got pawns on the same side and no pawns on the other wing,
Oh, the knights are better.
we
Yeah.
tend to prefer the knight because now it's a short range battle. And
Yeah.
you can't really exploit the long distance effect of the
Of the
bishop.
bishop.
Like imagine you put
Yeah.
this bishop here, and we had, let's say, 2 black pawns here and 2 white pawns here and here.
Yeah. Then the bishop's a
You
monster.
would be happy cruising. But
Yeah.
like this, the bishop is not really that effective. All right.
Yeah. It doesn't have a lot of targets. Yeah. But I don't know where I'd want to like put my knight here.
Okay, now I would like to be fair with you.
Yeah.
I think this position is a draw.
Yeah.
But I have no doubts which side I would be rather sitting on.
The knight.
Of course. Alright,
Yeah.
now, what do we do? How do we improve on this position?
Well, our knight's, I think okay for now. It's not in any.
I will get rid of it, all the junk on
Yeah,
the board.
yeah. Well, we can't bring our king up yet, but So when we have knight versus bishop, do we want our pawns on the same color as the bishop or the opposite color?
See, this is a tricky scenario, and that's a very good question, because let's say this pawn get fixed here.
Yeah.
Knight e1 is always going to win this pawn, so you have to keep the bishop here.
Yeah.
So sometimes, but this comes more from the fact that the pawn structure is damaged, rather than the fact that it's on the opposite color of the bishop. So you still aim to block pawns on black.
Yeah.
But this case again is unique because this pawn is considered weak, but not because of the color it's fixed on, but simply the fact that it's not protected by another pawn.
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously king here, king here, king here. Sorry, king here is a plan.
Yeah.
But I don't like it because it's too slow, and king f1, king e2 it seems to deal with it sufficiently.
Yeah.
They played king g6. And the idea was very simple. After king g3, they simply wanted to play f5. Now, you may ask what the threat is, and my answer will be bugger all.
Yeah, but it looks...
But remember, you are not playing a computer, you are playing a human.
Yeah.
And against a human, it very much looks like you are doing something.
Yeah.
And whenever you are doing something, it's a little bit pressing from the opponent's point of view, because they feel like, oh god, this guy is making progress, and I'm just sitting here.
What am I doing? Yeah.
And so very often you find that they try to do something impulsive in response so that they can then justify that, yo, he's doing something, I'm doing something too. And that's precisely what happened, because they actually took it.
What?
Now, that said, f4 is a very interesting question, whether it's good or bad.
Yeah.
Because what it does is, let's assume that I just play a pass move, is that from here on, you are tied down to this pawn, both with your king and your bishop. The bishop meaning that you have to cover that, and the king meaning that, yeah, you can't really go very far away from it, because other than e1, I have h4 to attack it from 2.
Yeah.
So I can dream about coming back, actually from g5 rather.
Yeah, g5 looks like a good square.
And hit you from here. But in the end of the day, if you just pass around here with the king back and forth while the knight is traveling around, and you keep this bishop here hitting this,
yeah,
I find it difficult to see how black could make progress. But once again, these are the types of moves I want you to regularly employ, because whilst it's not risking anything, it puts a lot of pressure on your opponent.
It gives them a chance to mess up, yeah.
And we are talking about Gulko here, right? So top 20 grandmaster in the world at one stage.
Yeah.
If he can stuff it up, then you can imagine.
Then the guys who blundered maiden too. Yeah.
Okay, bishop d2, knight c2. The knight is obviously headed here.
Yeah.
Another reason why this swap was horrid, because if in this pawn structure you ever come here and the bishop takes you, I don't think that the pawn ending is winnable.
Yeah.
In this structure, it's a
now it's
super basic win. Yeah. Any day of the week.
Yeah.
Chook. And h5. So now this is occasionally awkward.
So what's h5
wait
doing? Is he trying to fix it? Okay.
Wait. You just wait and see how they're going to do further harm to themselves.
Okay.
And there you go. Here it comes. He's scared because he's afraid of you playing g5 next. And once again, it feels like black is making progress.
I don't know what... Yeah.
He's coming at you. Yeah. It's interesting. Like after g5, I'm going to play check. You can't take because after king takes, this drops. So you have to go to here. which basically renders your king into complete immobility.
Yeah.
And then I may choose to come around with my king.
Yeah.
Admittedly, sitting tight in an endgame is very risky because more often than not you want to play actively. But this is suicide. King e6. Excellent move. And we come around.
Oh, because now his king is just kind of stuck there, yeah.
Especially now. And please note the power of this move.
Yeah.
King g2, knight e6. That is a nice spot for us.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Actually, hang on. They went here, knight f5. King f1, knight d4. King g2. I can easily imagine that this was some time trouble business. Okay, getting closer and closer. Well, not anymore. King g3. Yeah, I'm absolutely certain that this was time trouble messing around. King here. And finally, the position has come to its next stage when we need to do something productive.
So I would let's see.
The longer I look at it, the more easier it appears to me to be. No pressure.
Yeah. So the two things I would think of would be either I don't think e4. I don't think I really want to trade pawns, but then I can go to the weakness on f2.
Don't continue with anything else.
Yeah, but it looks like a poor move.
We are minimizing now the material to almost impossible to win, but there was no other way to get into their position. And so it had to be done. Obviously, we are walking a very narrow path here towards victory. But this setup gives us all the reasons to be optimistic.
Yeah, because his king is...
Now my next question is, how is he going to stop this?
Yeah.
Yeah? I play bishop c5, g6, just putting everything on white, like the pros do. Knight d6, king
So,
yeah.
Why didn't black, like... Oh, because our knight takes it, right?
Yeah.
Never mind.
So they went back. And we went knight c4. Please note that knight e4, king g1 is a dead end.
Yeah.
So knight c4, bishop d4, knight d2. Bishop b6, king here. And now that's the nasty end of the story. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was ridiculously beautifully played by black.
Yeah.
Like, that was such a masterpiece. Brilliant stuff. g5, bishop d8, king f5. Once again, we're putting everything on white religiously. Look at this. Stunning beauty, stunning beauty. Hold on. I lost my bearings. g4, king, bishop b8, king... Oh, it went actually to... Yeah, king e4, bishop c7. Okay, now I want you to come up with the coup de grace. How do we finish this off? The end of it is beautiful.
So is just h2 And then bishop, is that just a draw or we no? Then he plays king to
G2,
yeah,
yeah.
king g2, yeah. So then we don't have, yeah. So that's not what we want to do.
Definitely not. So it still needs a bit of adjustment, but the win is well within range now.
Let's see. Well, my first thought is I'd actually rather have my king on f3 now. So I'd move my knight, I think, to
Good.
yeah,
I will play a pass, you go in, right?
yeah.
Okay, so the final question is, how do we win now?
So now we would, let's see, I would think knight e6 to f4, so we block
Okay,
the bishop off.
brilliant.
No.
What now? This is the very last stage.
Um
And by the way, as it is very
yeah.
often the case, even in endgames, you will find that
Yeah.
the finish off is going to be based on clever tactics. Yep, fire rate.
Yeah, I was thinking knight to d3.
Yep.
And then we're just gonna take on, yeah, we're gonna take on f2 and then we're gonna push our pawns. Oh. Oh, well then he's gonna, oh well that's a shame. So yeah, because if we just take on f2, bishop takes, and then we push our pawn, it's gonna be a draw. So
Can I ask you, Dave, just to calm the farm for a second?
yeah.
Just let it go, have a look, give yourself a face palm, and then tell me the beautiful finish here.
Do we just play h2 check and then we take the other pawn?
Bishop takes h2, knight f2, bishop anywhere on the diagonal. It's
Oh,
not.
well then it's a draw. So
It's looking very difficult to win, but we're getting there.
let's say knight f2, bishop f2, h2 check.
That's
Then
it,
we can
buddy.
go with square, yeah.
It still works. I mean, it would have been far neater to have the king here because then the pawn would have marched in, but that's just as good of a win.
We got the square.
And then we go stalemate, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's a shame.
So are we winning here?
So let's say we played
Oh, come on, man! Don't let me down. Don't let me down. What?
Yeah, king f3.
King up.
Then I push the pawn.
King there.
Oh, and then king f3, king up, push the pawn again.
Right. Even simpler is just to come back here, and then do
just
this.
opposition, yeah.
Well, it's not opposition. We actually lost it for the
Well,
record.
yeah.
But we know that there is no opposition on the back rank, so hence the win. Right.
Yeah.
Neat work. See, so this is how a grandmaster beats an even higher rated grandmaster from a dead draw just by hanging in there and playing moves.
Yeah.
This is how Carlsen has become a world champion. Total even positions, and he just wouldn't offer a draw. He just plays moves and waits for his opponents to stuff up. And more importantly, applies pressure so that they do stuff up. Because stuffing up doesn't just happen. You need to play good enough moves so that they do that. Now,
Yeah.
I wanted to give you a little bit of a homework. And I'm really hoping that you are not familiar with the position that I'm about to set up. And please tell me if you are. It's a super famous game by 2 world champions. So if you know it, please yell at me. By now you would recognize it if you knew it.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know this.
So I take it as a no.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, Dave. In this position, Black had a choice to decide what to let go. Yeah, so this is threatened, and bishop d7 can't be played. So pawn structure will be damaged, yes?
Yeah.
So my question is, what do you think would be an efficient way to hold on here? What appears to be to you the best move? And I sort of have to kill one question with the other. Yeah. But my next question is that after bishop e6, which was played in the game, what do you think is the best way to continue it for white? So, 2 questions. What is the best move for black here? And what to do for white after bishop e6? By which I'm sort of hinting that this is not the best.
Bishop e6 is not the best move.
Not the best move. Okay?
Okay.
Alright, Dave. I sadly didn't have more time to attend to our positional needs, but I was hoping to cover many of it from the games that you played.
Yeah, I think we went over a lot, yeah.
And I think that we have done a good job on that today. I'm rather proud of myself, which is rarely the case. I really want you to spend a fair bit of time on this endgame.
Yeah.
Because it's very instructive. And we are going to start with this next time, which hopefully will be actually exactly in a week's time if you have time for it.
Yeah, I think so.
Because I'm going to commentate on a major competition. I will try to do some video footage from there, but it's going to be very difficult. So I will be busy Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. But next week I should be okay.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think I'll be available.
Awesome, man. I'll let you go now. Thanks a lot, and thanks for allowing me to record this. I think it was a very cool lesson for the audience too. And then I will be in touch.
All right, sounds good.
Alrighty, mate. Have a good one, and I will hear from you next week.
All right, yeah.
Alright, enjoy the day, mate.
All right, later.
See you, mate. Bye.